Hello students. So today through this video I'm going to discuss about the one important major endocrine gland, and that is the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland. This gland is mainly located in a bony cavity that is called sella turcica and is attached to hypothalamus, and it attached to hypothalamus by a stalk. So here it is the magnified view of this structure, the hypothalamus, and the pituitary gland is mainly attached with the hypothalamus with the help of a stalk, with the help of this stalk which is labeled here. Now this pituitary gland, it is mainly divided anatomically into two parts. One is called adenohypophysis, another is called neurohypophysis. And this adenohypophysis, it mainly consists of two portions. One is called pars distalis and another is intermediate. And pars distalis part of the portion, pars distalis portion of pituitary is commonly called as anterior pituitary part. Okay. Now the neurohypophysis, that is also known as pars nervosa, that is known as the posterior part of the pituitary. So this is about the location and the anatomical view of the pituitary gland. Now if we observe the structure, functional part of this gland, so this pituitary gland, the posterior, the anterior part of the pituitary gland, it mainly releases various kind of hormones, and these hormones are FSH, LH, that means both are commonly called as GSH or gonad stimulating hormone, then GH or growth hormone, MSH or melanocyte stimulating hormone, PRL, that stands for prolactin, ACTH, that mainly stands for adrenocorticotropic hormone, TSH, that mainly stands for thyroid stimulating hormone, oxytocin, and vasopressin. Or now these two hormones ADH and vasopressin or ADH and oxytocin, these are mainly released by the posterior part of the pituitary gland, and other hormones which I have mentioned here, these are all released by the anterior part of the pituitary lobe. Okay. So now this anterior part of pituitary, if you observe first the anterior part of the pituitary, they are releasing various kind of hormones, and we call them as tropic hormones because their secretion are mainly controlling the secretion of other endocrine glands. Now these FSH or FSH and LH, these two hormones which are commonly called as GSH or gonad stimulating hormone, because these are mainly working on the gonads means the ovaries for the female body and for the male body testes. So for the ovary, if you observe the action of LH and FSH, so LH and FSH stimulate gonadal activity and hence are called gonadotropin hormone. In male, LH stimulates the synthesis and secretion of hormones called androgens from testes, and in males, FSH and androgens regulate spermatogenesis or sperm generation pathway. In females, LH induces ovulation of fully mature follicles, that means Graafian follicles, and maintains the corpus luteum, that mainly formed from the remnants of the Graafian follicles after successful ovulation. FSH stimulates growth and development of the ovarian follicle in females. So this is about the FSH and LH and their regulation on the ovaries and testes. Now if we talk about the GH, that is known as growth hormone or growth promoting hormone. So as the name is given, growth promoting hormone, so it mainly promotes growth. Okay, and due to the over secretion of this growth hormone, it mainly stimulates abnormal growth of the body, leading to gigantism, and low secretion of GH results in stunted growth, resulting in pituitary dwarfism. Now, excess secretion of growth hormone in adults, especially in middle age, can result in severe disfigurement, especially of the face, and then it is called acromegaly. So, which may lead to serious complications and premature death if unchecked. The disease is hard to diagnose in the early stages and often goes undetected for many years until changes in external features become noticeable. So these are the main two problems which mainly appear due to the growth hormone abnormal secretion. Then if we talk about the MSH, the full form is melanocyte stimulating hormone. Now this melanocyte stimulating hormone, it acts on the melanocytes, that means on the skin cells. Okay, that means melanin containing cells. So, and after affecting on that particular cells, those are producing melanin, it regulates the pigmentation of the skin. Next hormone, prolactin. Prolactin in brief we can write here as PRL. So prolactin, it regulates the growth of the mammary glands, and it also regulates the formation of the milk in them. Next hormone, ACTH, or it is also called as adrenocorticotropic hormone. So these hormones stimulates the synthesis and secretion of steroid hormones, mainly known as glucocorticoids, from the adrenal cortex. So this is the function of this ACTH. TSH, the full form is thyroid stimulating hormone, or it is also called as thyrotropin. It stimulates the synthesis and secretion of thyroid hormones from the thyroid gland. Now next two hormones which are mainly released by the posterior part of the pituitary gland, which is also called as neurohypophysis. Now first if we talk about the oxytocin hormone. Oxytocin acts on the smooth muscles of our body and stimulates their contraction. In female body, it stimulates a vigorous contraction of uterus at the time of childbirth, and also helping in the milk ejection from the mammary gland. So these are the function of oxytocin. The next, ADH, which is also called as vasopressin. So vasopressin, it mainly acts at the kidney and stimulates reabsorption of water and electrolytes by the distal tubules, and thereby reduces loss of water through urine, and this is known as diuresis, and hence this vasopressin hormone is also called as antidiuretic hormone or ADH. An impairment affecting synthesis or release of ADH results in a diminished ability of the kidney to conserve water, leading to water loss and dehydration. And this condition is known as diabetes insipidus. So this is about the pituitary gland and their secretion and their function in the physiological system. And here I have also discussed about three abnormal conditions which mainly generated due to the abnormal secretion or imbalanced secretion of GH from the anterior pituitary. Thank you for watching this video.